hello there. Today I decided that I wanted to go out for a little foraging walk and take you guys along with me to see what we can find for food and medicine. So come along and let's see what we can find to eat. Ooh, right here we have some lamb's quarters. These are delicious. This is your wild spinach. It's also called goosefoot. If you look on the underside, it's kind of got a whitish, grayish undercoating, and the top is a dull green, but delicious. I'm going to gather a few of these tops and put them in the basket. Who knows what we'll make? Let's see. Pretty little phlox flowers. So, oh, the wild sunflowers are blooming. I'm not sure which species these are. Well, we have several blooming right now. Let's go on into the mushroom forest. Well, I had to just check my shiitake logs while I'm here, and can y'all see that? We have our shiitakes growing. We have some other mushrooms on here too. Finding a lot of false turkey tails, but here we have the shiitakes, and I'm not gonna pick all of them just yet because they're not completely open, but check this out. Isn't it beautiful? So if you can see on the back, it's just opening up. I usually let them get just a wee bigger. So by tomorrow, these will be perfect to pick. But, love these shiitakes. Aren't they gorgeous? Okay, you're not going to believe what I found. I'm looking at my shiitake logs. Those don't look like shiitakes, do they? Because they're not. For some reason, that log has oyster mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms. I didn't put them there. I'm not sure how they got there. I'm going to have to move this log over to where the oyster mushrooms are so that they don't colonize all the logs right there. It's supposed to be shiitakes. Look at that. I found something else though. I got to show you. Okay, it's just one. A little bit dry. A little tiny woodier. Yep. Mushrooms are amazing. There's so many different mushrooms on these logs. They're supposed to just be shiitakes. So we have a woodier. We have some false turkey tail. Some kind of stearium which needs to go. So I need to move this log for sure. So some people do ask me, they're like, do you really go out every single day and forage? And the answer is almost every day. I love to do this. This is like my happy place in the woods. You know, everybody has their favorite thing they like to do. Some might like to go running. Some may ride bikes, play golf. Some knit, sew. Some like to read. Mine is totally outside here in nature, just seeing what I can find. Sometimes I don't find anything to eat, but most days I do. And it's always nice to know that if you had to, you could go out and you could find something to eat. And of course, yeah, I could probably learn to hunt. I don't think I would want to do that though. So there's, you could do, you should do, and then there's do you want to. And as of right now, it's not on my list to do. I don't care about hunting other than mushrooms. Hunting mushrooms, picking wild greens and berries and nuts, and learning new plants, learning new mushrooms. So every day it's a learning experience. Because I come out here, even in my woods, we have about 24 acres. It's not a ton of property, but it's a lot of property, and it's ever changing. Things appear that were never here before. And I love that. It's just like so exciting to discover something new. Like last year I discovered I had a hawthorn tree. Didn't even know I had it. It's tiny, but I did have some hawthorn berries, one of my favorite berries, to make things with. So yeah, this is what I do. I love this, and this early morning walk before I have to go do my errands, and I'm out with my puppy and one of my kitty cats. So let's see what else we can find. I see just a couple of chanterelles out here in my woods. One in my hand, I gotta clean them up. There's one over there. I see some itty bitty babies. I see that little baby hiding. There's probably some more. I'll have to go take a look down there. It's where they usually are. Down almost to the creek. Chanterelles. I got this one. Pretty firm. It's like it's a funky shape, but it's still a chanterelle for sure. They have false gills, kind of veiny-like gills. This one is Cantharellus lateritis, the smooth chanterelle. And the other one that I found is also a smooth chanterelle there. So I'm just going to clip the ends off of these and put them in my basket. Here's that little hawthorn tree I told you about. You can even see the hawthorns starting. Little berries. So this is a great little tree. The berries and the leaves are good for the heart. They'll turn red later in the season. So it's kind of neat to have one on our property. And a couple of more chanterelles that we have found here. Oop, actually, that's one. It's just pretty big. A little dirty. We'll clean them up. Let's see. Oh, there's one hidden over there. Can you see it? How cool is that? We are going to have a medley of mushrooms. Aren't we, Levi? Are we going to have us a little medley of mushrooms? He don't care. He just wants to be with me. And that's all. So, and the kitty cat's coming too. What else is out here? Here's a nice predicament. Spiderweb. Massive, gross spiderweb. I don't even know if y'all can see it. My hair is all stuck in it. Ugh, all over my neck. Spiders. I dropped the spider stick when I was picking my chanterelles. So now I got, oh, there's a spider. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's in there. Little gross beast. It's coming out. Oh! Well, he's gone. Now I got spider webs all over in my hair. As long as there's no other ones. It wasn't one of those Joros, whatever you call them, but it was pretty nasty. Face plant right into a spider web. Well, comes with the territory. Hey there, Colby cat. Just hanging out. Anybody else have a kitty cat that goes foraging with them? He's very vocal. Hi. Good boy. You're so cute. Alright, what else can we find, Colby? Where's mushrooms? Find the mushrooms. And look at my basket. Yeah, we are coming along here. There's a couple of more chanterelles. Nice. We'll clean those up in a minute. Leave them over there. Look at it. These look pretty so far. See, this one is not Cantharellus lateratus. This is one of the other species of Cantharellus. There is like 7, 8 species of Cantharellus in our area. Several. The name's getting away from me. I want to say Sabarius. Oh, there's some hanging right here off the edge of the creek. And up, 2 of them are more mushy. You can see that. This one right here, pretty mushy too. And we'll just leave those guys to spore. There is a baby over there. Can you see it? There. And then we'll look around and see if there's any more. I found a neat little plant for you guys. This right here is called self-heal. Self-heal, Prunella vulgaris, also called heal-all. And I'll show you a close-up of it in a minute. But you can see it has opposite leaves. It does tend to have a square stem. And this plant was known to help just about any ailment. I mean, that's why they call it heal-all. But it's mainly used to heal wounds, and internally you can use it for any kind of upset stomachs, irritable bowel, diarrhea, colds, all kinds of things. So it's really a great little plant. And I probably have a small patch, maybe, I don't know, maybe 3 dozen or so plants growing out here. So I'm not going to gather too much, but I do want to show you a close-up of it. Isn't it a beautiful little flower? Look at that. So being that it had a square stem, opposite branching, it is in the mint family. And if you can see that flower, it's an irregular flower. It's gorgeous. Irregular meaning it has different shape lips to it. It's not evenly distributed around like a central disc, so that's an irregular flower. Kind of cool looking. To me, they look like little dragon heads. They do. They even look like they have teeth inside there. So it's a very distinct plant. Let's look at the leaf. It is barely serrated. Barely. So I don't think you can mix this up with anything else out here. There's a few of them. One over there. And you can use it in teas, tinctures, salves, poultices, anything like that. So yeah, we do have a few right down here. Some of this is in poison ivy. I'm going to see if I have a bigger patch. But for now, I'm just going to keep the one that I harvested and wait till I see some more. Look at that itty bitty little mushroom on a sweet gumball. It's so cute. Do you guys know what this is? I can't believe it's this early. This is a kudzu flower. It's crazy. It's the end of June here in Georgia. Usually these don't appear until like the first week of August. So I'm just going to go see. This could be random that it's even out here. I found it on the ground, so. But yeah, kudzu flowers smell like grape Kool-Aid. And when they are out, they're only out for a short period, but they make an amazing color-changing lemonade and a jelly. Look what else we found on the edge of the woods. This is mullein. It's got some fuzzy leaves. You can hear it. The leaves are used in teas for any kind of lung issues, bronchitis, colds, coughs. It's also used for asthma. If you roll these up and light them, or put them in some rolling papers and light it, you can breathe in the smoke and it'll help clear the lungs. And then this is a biennial, so this is the second year it's going up. It starts out as a rosette down at the base and grows this tall, tall stalk. This one's not very tall yet, but as it grows, little yellow flowers will appear on the stalk and it'll go up, 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 up. And the yellow flowers are used for earaches. So, pretty neat. Mullen. While I'm making my way over to the kudzu blossoms, because I did see some, I have to pick some blackberries, right? You just gotta. So let me see if I can find a couple of black ones here. I was right. The kudzu flowers are in bloom. Crazy. Let me show you. Try to pull this down. I hope there's no kudzu bugs to get me, because those beetles are vicious. Some people are actually allergic to the beetles. Guess who? Me. Look at it. Okay. Isn't it beautiful? All of that up top will produce a flower too. Here we are. You can see it. Beautiful flowers. Irregular flowers, almost like pea flowers. Here's a vine. For those of you that aren't familiar with kudzu, or if you're not from here, kudzu is the vine that ate the South. They brought it over here from Asia to help with erosion. It's a really good feed for animals, for cows and horses. Horses can't have too much because it's very high protein. But you guys can eat this. So the flowers, like I said before, can make a beautiful jelly or a color-changing lemonade. These leaves, I know leaves of 3 let it be, but these leaves are on a vine. They do not look like, I mean, yes, poison ivy is on a vine too. They do not look like poison ivy. Totally different. Totally different. Okay. So if you can't identify kudzu, find somebody in your area that can show you, but you can see these leaves are much larger than poison ivy, and they're more oval shape. So, but yeah, you could eat the leaves too. You can cut them up raw, they're okay, but cooked are best. And you want to have them, the little ones, the younger ones are definitely better than the really tremendous ones like that. But you could also wrap some meats or rice or veggies inside and steam it. So, if we can eat more kudzu, there'll be a lot less of it taking over the world, because that's what it does. Look at it. Takes over the trees. So, I think we'll leave it at that as our last plant, unless I find something else exciting. Kudzu, I'm very excited about this one. So, I'm not going to gather them all today because they're just starting. But by next week, I'll probably be getting bunches. I'm getting ready to head back now to the house. I have an appointment and some errands to run. But I really hope you've enjoyed taking a walk with me into my woods for a little foray. And I will show you my basket when I'm all finished. But we gathered those chanterelles and some oysters, which were on my shiitake logs. I did not inoculate them, so technically those are wild food too. I did get a couple of shiitakes that were mine. And we found some lamb's quarters. I only picked a few tops, but I'll probably get some more when I get back to the house. We found kudzu blossoms, self-heal, or heal-all. What else did we find? Oh yeah, and a few blackberries. Just a few. I don't feel like diving deep into those thickets. You know, sometimes when you have your thornless blackberries, you go for those. But I do know, after you see my basket here, that we definitely could eat today. That's always the goal, and I hope this inspires you to get outside and forage and just start. Just start. If nothing else, pick a few things, and you could always message me in the comments and let me know, what you found. And if you want, you could even send me an email. And my information is on the channel, so you could just contact me that way. I would love to help you in your foraging journey. And if you are local to Georgia, especially in the surrounding areas of Atlanta and Athens, you can come to one of my classes, which would be amazing. There we go. So while not a ton of food, but absolutely could I make a meal? Yes, yes, and yes. Just a little handful of blackberries. I might get a few more on the way out. Those aren't going to make it back to the house. I will probably eat them. We have our shiitakes, our oysters, chanterelles. Beautiful. So the little doggy over there is pretty tired too. Have a beautiful day, everybody.